Hold that thought right there, Carlos, because the last question of the podcast, I'm going to ask you, are PepperJack liars? And should they be called Mint Jack? Or should they be called PepperJack? Is there pepper on the wine? We will find out very soon. This podcast is, or this wine podcast is about finding the best $30 bottle of wine in the country using a Master Sommelier's incredible talent with taste testing and assessing wine. At the end of this year, we will pick one wine which we deem to be the best, even though we haven't tried every wine under $30. But in our opinion, from the 50 or so that we have by the end of the year. Carlos, how are you?
Angus, I did say I was going to work on my intro.
Yep.
So, buenos dias, Angus.
Buenos dias, brother. All right. I like it. And a handshake as well.
Yeah, you know.
I like it. Can I tell you a story about this wine?
Yeah, please do.
I would presume, and tell me that I'm wrong, comment below on Instagram or comment below on YouTube.
Everyone's first wine.
No, not first.
Okay.
Everyone's had this wine. Everyone in Australia has had this wine at some point. You probably might not have bought it. Maybe you have. But someone, your auntie, your friend, this is, when I think of table wine in this country, PepperJack Shiraz. And
Sounds like just how it's going to taste like.
I remember the first time that I had this bottle.
Mm-hmm.
Truly, the very first time I remember. I was at a place on the Sunshine Coast where I was living and doing the breakfast show up there. And it was a place called Budrum Tavern.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they're famous for their like really good pub steaks.
Nice.
And I was there with our radio team.
Well, yeah, can't go too far from the steak with this, right?
That's right. I think I had a porterhouse or a ribeye on the bone or something with this. And there's a guy called Barat who's, as this podcast goes to air, he is the breakfast, so he's taken my job of what I did, but he's been there for probably 10 years now. And Barat said, I've got the wine for tonight. Angus, you're going to love this. And he ordered the PepperJack Shiraz. And the reason I remember it was because I was like, oh, this is amazing.
Yeah.
But I managed to find at Dan's this bottle of PepperJack Shiraz, which is 2015, which we only just, I didn't notice that when I was buying it.
7-year-old, that's good.
For less than $30.
It may be very interesting, and it goes back to the times when you were probably drinking it, right? Or even older.
A bit older. Yeah, I like where your head's at. The thing about that I can't wait to try with this is when we had a Wins Coonawarra Cab Sav. And I said to you, hey, Carlos, there's pepper in this wine. And you went, there's peppermint or spearmint in this wine. And I went, oh, I've been fooled.
Yeah.
I can't wait for a Master Sommelier to try this bottle of wine and whether it's mint or whether there is pepper perception in this wine. Is the label misleading? Are you lying to us?
Yeah.
You ready for this?
Yeah.
It's going to
absolutely.
be,
Let's do it.
It's going to be so big.
Well, but we have had a couple of very big wines as well, right? Like, and I truthfully honest, I like this color more than, one of the other wines that we tried, Zinfandel, for example.
Zinfandel?
That seemed a lot younger than this.
Montepulciano?
The Montepulciano.
This does show age.
Let's show a little bit of age.
Just a touch on the edge, that garnet edge, which we call on this podcast clay brick. It
Correct.
does have that.
Correct.
It does show age. Wow, it really does.
Without being too much, because honestly, this could go much, much more than that, and it would still, little by little, fading and more accentuated color brick. But it does have a bit, yes. So even though it's already 7 years, it could keep going, Okay, so that's interesting. And swirling, there's also staining to the tears. Also kind of, a little bit of red stainings, which are also pretty fast running, also quite thick. So again, alcohol-wise, this is pretty much up there.
Yeah.
Alcohol or sugar, ripeness,
could be,
yeah.
Which, Barossa is a warm vintage, so it could be that.
Or warm region, yeah.
We're going on the nose already. Oof. But still, there's a lot going on in the nose. Oh, not a lot going on. It's still a medium plus intensity.
I would say pronounced.
Really?
I will definitely say pronounced.
I'm wrong.
Out of the nose, woof. It's jumps out of the glass. A lot of fruit.
Yeah, dark fruit.
Dark fruit, dark berry, dark cherry.
Blackberry.
Plum. dark plum, blueberry, and it is ripe. It is very, very ripe and almost dry. I think there's a lot of earthy aromas as well, like earth, like absolutely cooked earth, like dry cooked clay.
Australian red soil.
Well, here we go. Yeah, absolutely. Perfect.
Any secondary flavor? Oak?
Yes, definitely. Definitely vanilla, a lot of vanilla. Charred wood, charred
smoked,
wood.
yeah.
Even though the first impression is black, ripe, really heavy fruit, the second perception is oak. So tertiary, a little bit of tertiary for sure, a little bit of dried fruit, which is good. That char, that I don't want to say leather, because I find leather is a tone much turned down, and probably in another 5-10 years. But on the way, smelling very good. Let's taste it.
Excited.
The nose is more promising than the palate.
Bang! Thank you very much. Yeah.
The alcohol comes back on the back of the nose. It's so alcoholic.
Yeah.
That it comes so much. 14 and a half, 15 more.
Yeah, I'd say it'd be 14 and a half.
At least, yeah.
14 and a half, yeah.
14 and a half.
Yeah. Which is high.
So it's high, but the alcohol comes back like on the. It's almost like when you.
You're gonna say something disgusting right now and say when you're sick and you go
no, not that, but when you have Vicks, this menthol.
Vicks vapor rub.
Vicks, yeah. So you have you put it. Usually I put it on the just under the nose, so you smell
feel the journey of it.
And you feel the journey of it. So it feels like this with this one as well, but with the alcohol. And then since we touched on the mint eucalyptus and that freshness, that alcohol is a little bit.
Oh God, it's overwhelming.
Yeah, that really that alcohol brings a little bit of that as well, which eucalyptus makes a little bit of sense as aroma on this wine.
Well, hold that thought right there, Carlos, because the last question of the podcast, I'm going to ask you: are PepperJack liars? And should they be called Mint Jack? Or should they be called PepperJack? Is there pepper on the wine? We will find out very soon. But for now, let's assess this wine as we do every week on this podcast to try and find the best $30 bottle. And we always start with sweetness and dryness. And this, it's a dry wine.
Dry wine, yeah. Dry wine with a lot of ripeness, a lot of, ripe fruit. Acidity is not that high. It's medium at best, I would say.
Yep.
But it may be hidden as well.
Because the alcohol is so high.
Because the alcohol is so crazy high and is full-bodied.
Yeah.
So acidity, there's not really, yeah, exactly. It's hidden. It's totally hidden, but it's on a medium level as well.
3 questions, 2 before we get to it. What are you having with this? Are you going to the Budrum Tavern, ordering the ribeye and the bone?
Definitely, yeah. Brisket, a nice brisket, coated in pepper. That's the spiciness with this, a lot of protein, with all this tannin. Sure, yeah, 100%.
Is this the best $30 bottle of wine, or does it make our top 3?
On the nose, I really enjoyed it. On the palate, I think it's a little bit deceiving. It's very, very alcoholic. It's very warm. But I enjoyed it. Okay. But it won't go on my top 3.
Okay, maybe the top 10.
Top 10.
Big question. You can't hear this, Carlos, but in post-production, I've added a big, deep drone. Underneath us right now is that building the atmosphere. Established in 1859. So for that long, they've been calling themselves PepperJack. Carlos, should they be Eucalyptus Jack? Or can you assess pepper in this wine? Take your time, build the atmosphere.
whenever you're ready for the answer.
You know, you'll feel it. You'll feel it. It's a vibe.
No, you definitely can. You can taste pepper.
There's pepper!
It leads to the PepperJack. Yeah.
Well done, PepperJack.
No, it tastes like pepper, like green peppercorns, green black peppercorns. So it's so they don't specify, black PepperJack, no, or green PepperJack, no. It really is that mix of black and green peppercorns. Imagine, you grinding pepper into your steak, and suddenly you have a little bit of that almost half peppercorn. You're biting on it.
Right.
That slight spicy. You feel that on this wine.
The next bottle of wine has just been revealed on our Instagram @gotsom. If you want the 20-minute full unedited version of this, I think it's 23 minutes. It is. Head to our Patreon. It's just below. You can become a member. We've made it easy. It's one click below where you're listening to this podcast. If you want to follow us there, where we do daily wine tips. Until then, Carlos, PepperJack Shiraz. We talked about this on the first episode of the podcast.
I think we did, yeah.
We did, yeah.